Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And classic overthinker, right? This is an energy that is, usually ruminating on things. It's kind of like maybe we get stuck in the planning phases of something, or really with this card, it's kind of like we've gone past the plan. Like we had the plan. Then we start having doubts and second thoughts about the plan, or we're criticizing the plan, or we're critiquing the plan. And then we're just kind of like stuck. And then we're just like, I don't know what to do now. I don't know if it's a good plan, if it's not a good plan. What if it doesn't work? What if it needs to be better? And so this isn't even like tinkering with the plan anymore. This is now like just kind of stuck in our head about it, unable to move, not sure what to even do. It's kind of the analysis paralysis, right? And to me, it feels like it's a figure eight, obviously, right? An eight of swords. We're looping back in on the same problems. It's like we're stewing on something. We're pacing a circle in our living room carpet, until there's just a groove in the floor there where we've been pacing, circling this thing and not making any progress. Like we're walking a lot of miles in our head, right? But we're not actually getting anywhere. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's find out what is going on here. Is the intuition kicking in? Oh yeah. Just yesterday we had a reading where we had the emperor, the high priestess first, and then we had the eight of swords on top of that. The intuition being clouded by this rumination. Now we have the rumination being broken by the intuition. The universe is guiding you, Pisces. And we have that clarity, see? See what I tell you. Ace of Swords, we got the devil energy. There's the Empress. I knew there was a reason why. She was just on the tip of my tongue. And we have the Chariot moving forward, too. This is extraordinary. So the universe truly is guiding you. Here we have a Five of Cups. We have a Prince of Cups. We've got the Lovers. And we've got the Queen of Pentacles. It is your time to shine. I think that, especially with the Queen of Pentacles at the end, your commitment is going to lead you to the very best version of yourself and to your very best life, right? So this is your future self. You're sitting pretty. You're successful. You are living your dream. This is you. You have accomplished your goal. You're right where you want to be in life, and you're looking back, a retrospective, right? You're looking back at right now, and you're thinking, boy, I'm so glad that I let the universe guide me. I'm so glad I let my intuition take over. I'm so glad I said yes to this. I went forward and I did it, and I pushed through all the doubt and all that rumination, and otherwise you wouldn't be here. Let's make our future self proud by doing the right thing right now. Okay? And allow the high priestess to take you by the hand. She's leading you to your empress. How often do I say that? High priestess is card number 2. The empress is card number 3. Right behind the high priestess is the empress life. The empress life is the paradise, the big rock candy mountain, your heaven on earth, whatever your desired outcome is. Your intuition is leading you there. We got to stop all this overthinking. We have to sometimes just say, you know what? I don't know the answer, but let's go. Let's do it, right? And because you have the devil card here before you and you have the Chariot in front of you, it's like we had this motion. You had a forward momentum, but something happened that kind of got you stuck here. I kind of feel like this was maybe some kind of, well, it may have been, I don't want to throw anyone under the bus, but Scorpio is a Scorpio person? They did something or said something to you recently, right? And they're a smoker, cigarettes, I think someone around you smokes, right? I kind of feel like there was almost a heartbreak, almost some kind of a disappointment in this other person. Maybe they're not a Scorpio, nothing against Scorpios. But I feel like there's something that happened in your personal life, in this relationship, that then it kind of knocked you for a loop in your ambition going forward this way to your best life. It was someone sort of put a stick in your spokes, right? It's someone threw a wrench into the machine, okay? And that could be where we got stuck here in this overthinking. And now we're just kind of like, we're in a way, our mind is sort of reeling. It's kind of like, I think your heart is hurt. And I think your mind now is reeling like, I don't know what to do. I don't know which way to go. Should I keep doing the work I was doing? What do I want to do? I don't want to do anything. We just keep thinking about how we're feeling. The more we think about how we're feeling, the worse off we feel. And then we think about it more, right? So I feel that the Five of Cups and your Eight of Swords are very, very intimately connected right now. Now, I don't know if there was, if that Scorpio person necessarily did something. I'm wondering if maybe someone in your life has passed, but I don't want to put that out there because I'm not feeling that very strongly. But I feel like there's someone that was there for you and they're not there for you now. It could be through a breakup. It could be that your best friend moved away. It could be that there was a passing into spirit. Okay, but the point here is that spirit is trying to continue leading you on to make forward progress, to get to your best life, to get to the best version of yourself, right? The universe is guiding you, especially when we sometimes feel that we don't know which way to go ourselves, that we don't feel guided by our own mind right now. Okay? Here, we've got, this is it. You've got the ambition, you got the discipline, you're moving forward. Both these cards are very active cards. They're both cardinal energies. Capricorn, Cancer, the beginning and they're opposite signs in the zodiac, right? Capricorn and Cancer. They're both cardinal signs, cardinal earth, cardinal water. You had no problem driving toward your goals with such tremendous ambition and such endurance. Something happened. Okay, something happened that sort of put a pause on things. And now it's kind of like we lost our way. Our compass now is kind of beneath the surface, that we're not able to really hone in on that kind of inner certainty. So I feel like what Spirit's trying to do is guide you where you need to go, and I think we have to allow that to happen. Now let's select our mystery card. I almost forgot about the mystery card. This is a bonus card, confirmation card, a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. We're going to set it down right here with Big Red Ant. And we're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If you have a prediction, please put it in the comments down below. Now, when we look around the room, we see a lot of major Arcana cards. Spirit is heavily involved in your life right now. There is a spiritual connection that is guiding you toward your best life and the best version of yourself. Okay? It may or may not involve this person. This person may or may not be in your life any longer. Okay? But the idea here is that you are not giving up on your commitment to whatever your best life and best version of yourself is. Okay? We don't have any fire. We've got water connected over here, these two, the water cards. We have our air cards obviously connected here, and we have our final earth card. Okay, so really it feels like your heart and your mind are having a little bit of a conflict, a little bit of a friction. Or not even really that. It kind of feels like they're both sort of jumbled together. It feels like your heart is feeling a certain way. Your mind is not thinking as clearly. It's kind of like we don't have the clarity of mind or the purity of heart. What we have is sort of a helpless and heartbroken energy, right? We have these two, and really what we want are these two. Let's say the Prince of Cups is the authenticity, the pure heart, and the clear mind. You have a mind that is not clear. You have a heart that is not pure right now, and I don't know why exactly that is. Something has interrupted the flow, the way that you are trying to be the vehicle of your destiny and conduct your life. Something happened recently, okay? And it sort of clouded our mind, and it sort of muddied up our heart a little bit. And maybe it doesn't matter what that is necessarily, but what matters is the intuition, the high priestess, the universe itself, your spirit guides are trying to lead you toward forward progress, trying to get your vehicle unstuck, trying to get everything going again. Okay, and of course we have that little bit of earth energy at the end, which is the future success, the idea that you are arriving at this location where you are your best self in your best life. These two cards, man, you got the best cards here. You really do have the best cards. It's just that your heart and your mind aren't feeling it right now. And that's okay. Sometimes when our heart and our mind are upset, the best thing to do is to just stick with it. Just keep going. Go back to work. Go back to your process, your project. Stick with the routine. Keep driving forward, right? And sometimes it is through just the sheer momentum of what we're doing that we're just like, we're in the life, we're doing the thing. We're trusting that the universe is guiding us in the right direction. We're trusting because we believe in this path that we're on. We believe in this higher purpose that we're saying, okay, universe, I trust you. I'm not feeling so good inside, but I'm going to trust and I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep going. Maybe there was a setback. Maybe there was a disappointment. Maybe there was something that happened unrelated, in your personal life somewhere that's unrelated to the particular goals that you're after right now, right? I think obviously everything is interconnected. So when we talk about your best life, the best life is going to be one where there is still going to be emotions. We're still going to have pleasure and pain. We're still going to have pleasant and unpleasant experiences, right? The best life is one where I think there is a deeper connection. There is a higher purpose that allows us to go past the pleasant and unpleasant experiences of life, okay? Underneath the surface, you have the Ace of Swords. You're somebody who is generally very connected with spirit. I think a lot of the time you have clarity. You have made a decision. You are committed to something, I think 1,000%, and that's our Lover's card over here. And we don't want to lose this. I think the fear is that we don't care about it anymore. It's kind of like, I don't know, when you love something so much and you want to devote your life to it, and you're doing, let's say you're in school and you're trying to get your degree and you're on that career path and you're on that educational track and it's just perfect. You want to keep doing it. It's a struggle. It's hard to do, but you're in it, right? But then like something happens at home, or then there's some kind of like you get into an argument with your friend, and then what it does, it sort of sends us spiraling. We're just like, I don't care about school anymore. It's like, no, you really, really do still care about it. But in that moment, the way that we feel, it's kind of like we don't have the energy, we don't have the motivation to keep going on that school path, even though we do really, really care about it, you see. I don't know, I don't think this is school for you. But my point is that you make the decision beforehand. I was actually just talking to a friend about this because my wife and I, we have a 4-year-old daughter. And she really, really, really wanted to do jujitsu. And when we first put her in it, she loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loves it. And then like, she'll have an argument with her friend at school, or she'll just have a not so fun day, and whatever. And then in the evening time, she says, I don't want to go to jujitsu. I don't like it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. I want to quit. And it's an interesting thing because we know that is just her reaction to the emotions that she's feeling at the time. Right? So it's almost like we have to make the decisions when we're neutral. Right? We make the decision when we are just kind of like in our best self, and we're being authentic. We're really in touch with who we are and what we want. We're not elated and we're not depressed either. We're just sort of like, we're pure and we're tranquil. Yes, I commit to this. I want to do this. And we have to be very sober. Does that make sense? And to me, being emotionally sober is when you're not really high and you're not really low. You're just kind of like you're balanced, you're even Steven, you know? And then I think we're able to say, yes, I commit to something. Because then when we have a bad day and we want to say, I quit, I don't love it anymore, I'm not going to do it anymore, we know we don't really mean it. You know, and I think with a 5 of Cups, that's kind of that's the fluctuation that we're going to go through. Some days we're not going to love it. Some days we're going to love it a lot, right? It just kind of depends on the circumstances. So I feel that you have a commitment to something right now that is overriding how you may feel moment to moment. And maybe it's a bit of a roller coaster right now. Maybe something happened elsewhere unrelated that's affecting your perception of this now. But it's kind of like the clarity isn't here right now. So we have to rely on kind of like just the inertia. The devil energy in the background here was the gusto with which you began this path. It's your motivation. You were driving force. This is the engine. This is the vehicle. Okay, this is your motivation and this is you. And you're pushing forward. But when we get stuck in the overthinking and the sort of rumination and that kind of helpless energy, sometimes we have to rely on the inertia. We have to just let the universe carry us forward so that we don't end up seriously dismantling what we've already built. Okay, because we will have a tendency to just quit, just give up, and just you let your grades fall. And I think we've all been through this. My college career was kind of like that. That I would take all these classes and I would really be stoked about it. And then I'd, break up with someone or whatever, or I'd get broken up with or something. And then I would just stop going to class. And then I'd end up, getting a failure or withdrawal, getting kicked out of the class. And it's that's not good, So we kind of have to allow the inertia, allow the momentum that we've already built up to just propel us forward, even when we're not really sure what's going on and when we're dealing with other stuff, right? So I wonder if there is something in your personal relationship right now that's interfering. Because that's very much what the 8 of Swords is. It's an interference. Something that's interfering with your plans. Without this, we just think everything is perfect. Look at that. That's perfect. Something happened with someone, and now there is this interference in your mind about it's like you need to focus on this work, but you're distracted by ruminating on how you're feeling about this other person. Does that make sense? The universe is trying to lead you forward. The universe is saying, do not lose what you've already built. Do not dismantle it. You've built up all this inertia. Don't let it go to waste now. Keep going forward. And you're going to arrive at your best life. The Empress life, like I said, is that big rock candy mountain. And by you giving up now, you're sort of going to slide back down the hill. And you're going to have to start all over. Right? So keep pushing even though you may not feel motivated. Again, there's no fire energy here. I don't feel like you're motivated at all right now. And that's okay. The universe is trying to pull you forward. Allow that momentum to carry you until you maybe get the motivation back. Maybe the mystery card will be some fire energy. Okay, the Chariot card is, of course, your discipline, and maybe it is through sheer discipline, sheer commitment, sheer willpower that we're saying, I'm doing it anyway because I'm supposed to. And it's almost like sometimes when we're not motivated, we just need our obligation, right? Even our self-consciousness to keep us going. It's like I don't want to quit and have to show my face, like that. So I just need to keep going. I'm not motivated, but sometimes it is just that. It is just the habit of something that's carrying us forward. Okay? I think we have to do whatever is necessary to keep the momentum, to keep the wheels of the chariot going. And maybe it's a sense of duty. Maybe it's this sense of my heart and mind aren't in it right now, but I have an obligation. I made a commitment. And so this card becomes self-control, becomes discipline. Okay? And discipline is your ability to continue doing something when your heart and mind aren't in it. It's easy to do something when you're motivated. If we had all this fire energy, it'd be like, that's easy. It's easy to get up and go to the gym every day when you really are excited to do it and it feels good. What about those days where you're not motivated? How do you get up and go when you don't want to? That's the challenge. That is the big test in life. Anybody can succeed when they're motivated to succeed. Yeah, of course, I wake up, I'm excited to go to work every day. Okay, fine. What about those days where you're sick? What about those days when your partner broke up with you? Or what about those days where you're just not motivated and you really just are full of this self-doubt? How do you pick yourself up and still go and put in the good work? That is the devotion. That is discipline. Okay. And I feel like that's what the universe is trying to sort of push you into, right? So we're following this high priestess because she is leading us to our best life. And we know that, and we have to trust that, even when our heart and our mind are not in it. Okay? Because it is going to be good for you. Now, the Prince of Cups in the environment, in terms of your relationships, I feel there might be a Scorpio person that is close to you. It could be that you have recently been feeling betrayed by someone in your life, and it sort of sent us into a bit of a tailspin. This is a card of authenticity. This is the card sometimes of somebody who has a secret. Okay? And even with the High Priestess, it's kind of is suggesting that maybe you discovered something, maybe you learned the truth about something, or you learned what somebody's secret was. And it kind of, it's sort of putting us in a spin. Okay? But this is also you, I think, realizing that in your truest, most sincere and authentic energy, you want this life that you're building. You want the success. You want to be the best version of yourself. And so we're going to keep writing the story. Okay? The Lover's card is what's interesting to me, because I don't know if this is a romantic relationship and now it kind of put a wrench in our plans to build this life with this person. And maybe now the concern is that we don't have that stable relationship. I think that's something that you're going to have to ask yourself. If whatever happened with this person, does this mean necessarily that the two of you are breaking up? Or is this kind of like something that we have to work past, and we're going to continue to have this, and we're going to be able to build again and sort of recommit to each other and move forward? Or is this, you got to go your separate ways? Okay? That's the choice that you have to make. This card is a choice. It's the choice of what we commit to. You're committing to the best version of yourself, and you're committing to your best life. Whether this involves this other person or a different person or no person is up to you. It has to be part of your best life and your best self. Okay? So by making every decision based on what's going to lead me to my best self and my best life, it makes it relatively easy to make all these other choices. Okay, this is the supreme choice. Every other choice has to is sort of branching out underneath this. Okay. It could be that this card in this position is that sort of big question for you in your heart and mind as it is now. It's kind of like, do I even still want this? Do I even still want to do this, right? I think right now you would answer the question, no. Because like I said, when we're not in our sober emotions, we're not going to make really good decisions. Whenever you're sad or upset, you're going to make decisions that you really don't mean. You know, you're going to say things that you really don't necessarily sincerely mean, right? And so that's why I say we need to, if we're not in our sober heart and mind, then we have to just trust the inertia and keep doing what we're doing. Don't make any decisions. Just let the momentum carry you forward until we can find that clarity again. And I think here we'll realize that, of course, I still want this. You know, you ever look back on a situation and you think, gosh, I was just so upset. I was just making really bad decisions. Like you threw something away that you really didn't want to throw away, you know. And then we think about it retrospectively and we think, gosh, I was being so silly. You know, of course I still want to do this. Why, you know, I was just upset, right? Basically. And that's kind of what the Queen of Pentacles is doing, looking back retrospectively and thinking, gosh, I'm sure glad I didn't quit. I'm sure glad I didn't throw that thing away, because look where I am now. I'm so glad that I pushed through my feelings, my upset heart and mind, and I continued on the path, because now I'm really happy. Now I'm really successful. Now I'm right where I want to be. And to think I could have thrown it all away because I was upset, right? Let's look at the mystery card. Could it be another Empress? I kind of want to see some fire. I want to see some motivation. I want to see that we're getting excited again, that we're pushing, we're getting this feeling, this heart and mind upset that we're experiencing. It's going to be done, right? And the universe is leading us forward, and if we trust in that and we follow it forward, that we're going to be right there. Maybe a sun. Maybe it's your time to shine. Let's see. 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles is your inability to let something go. Clinging to something. Clinging to the fact. This thing happened. This is a fact, and I can't let it go. Right? Clinging to this thing, like maybe somebody lied to you. Maybe they cheated on you. Maybe you discovered something about them that they never told you. Something about their history, or I don't know. Whatever it is, right? It's our inability to let that thing go. And in our clinging to this thing, we're not moving forward. This is a stuck energy too. This is a 4 of Pentacles. It's not moving. It's kind of saying, where's the 5? Where's the movement? That we're clinging to something. And in this clinging, it's preventing us from taking steps forward. We're holding on to something so tightly that we're not moving in any way. So this is an inability to let something go. And I wonder if that's kind of what the universe is trying to get you to do. Just let it go. Keep going after your goals. If this person cheated on you, betrayed you, lied to you, broke up with you, fine. Let them go, right? And keep pursuing your goals, your dreams, okay? I think this is very important. I really do. We're going to do an extended reading as well. We're going to do an I Ching reading. We'll do some oracle cards. There's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces Thursday and Sunday. Be sure to watch both readings. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do. These readings are free. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and I'll see you again very soon.